Hello, everybody. This is Johns Hopkins with Baltimore Heritage, and we're back with another of our 5-Minute Histories videos. And I'm here on Pennsylvania Avenue. We're going to talk about the Lenox Theatre. This is the fourth in our 5-part series where we're featuring places on and nearby Pennsylvania Avenue. And again, in this video, a little bit later, I'll be joined by Lady Brion from the Black Arts and Entertainment District. But I want to start with a thanks to PNC and the Maryland Historical Trust, whose support is making this possible. Also want to start with a quick word or two about the theater behind me. If you've ever been on one of our Lexington Market tours, we go by Everyman Theater, and at least when I'm leading the tour, I always say it is really unusual that it is a theater that turned into a parking garage and then back into a theater. Turns out it is not the only one. It's not even the only one in Baltimore. The Lenox Theater had that happen also, that metamorphosis. It got its start in 1919 as the Rainbow Theater, playing live vaudeville shows, more or less to a black audience. But it only lasted a few years. In 1925, it turned into a parking garage for other venues, apparently, on Pennsylvania Avenue. Luckily, that only lasted about 10 years. For in 1936, it turned back. On Christmas Day, it turned back into a theater, fully redone, and this time not showing live shows, but showing movies. Now, in 1936, when the Lenox Theatre, movie theater, opened up, theaters in Baltimore were segregated. If you were white, at white audiences, you might go to the Ideal Theater in Hamden, or the Mayfair Theater on Howard Street, or the Senator Theater up on York Road in Northern Parkway. If you were black, you had fewer choices, but there was the Regent Theater, not too far away on Pennsylvania Avenue, and of course the Grand Harlem Theater in Harlem Park. But no matter what, the Lenox Theater, when it opened in the 1930s, was a welcome addition. It ran all sorts of movies, including genres of movies in the African-American movie tradition, including a type of movie that the movie historians call race films. These were produced from the 19-teens to the 1950s with all black casts, often with black directors, often with all of the lighting and sound and everything that went into it. All of those folks also black. They emphasized sort of self-improvement, how you better your lot in life, and they really helped establish black cinema. Over 500 of these were produced in that time frame. Stars that some of us may know, like Hattie McDaniel and Paul Robeson, came out of that era, and directors like Oscar Micheaux, who produced 44 feature-length films in his incredibly productive time from 1919 to 1948. That's more than one a year. Holy cow. Another genre of movie that would have been shown here were called soundies. Soundies were basically precursors to music videos, and they focused on music and performance more than plots and things like that. Stars coming out of there, or at least stars that appeared in soundies, were people like Bill Bojangles Robinson, Lena Horne, and even Louis Armstrong appeared in a number of soundies. In 1964, the theater closed. It had a long run, but it closed in 1964 and turned into the Christ Temple Church. It got there by way of a gentleman named Saul Klein. Some people today we've heard of house flipping, people who buy houses, do a little bit of work, and then sell them immediately. Well, Mr. Klein was into movie theater flipping. Apparently, there were a lot of movie theaters in Baltimore, and there were a lot of church congregations looking for spaces like movie theaters, because in his career, he flipped no fewer than 19 movie theaters and turned them into churches. Today, Lenox Theater sits vacant, but there are plans for its restoration. I don't think it will come back as a theater, maybe as a community space. But if it does, I will pledge that we will figure out a way to show some of the old soundies that once were played here. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you so much, Johns, for shooting it over to me. My name is Lady Brion. I am the founder and executive director of the Black Arts District. And Johns has been talking about the Lenox Theater, and I thought it was a great opportunity to tell you all about the ways in which the Black Arts District have been supporting specifically Black artists right here in Baltimore City. So a part of our framework, our mission, is really about empowering Black creatives, right? And we do that through a number of ways. One, training and development. Two, providing resources and really being a connector for Black creatives to financial opportunities, for grants, for fellowships, for sponsorships, etc., that either we are actually giving out from our institution or that other creative institutions like BOPA or Maryland State Arts Council are giving out to artists. And finally, we actually curate events that allow us to put dollars in the hands of Black creatives in the city for doing just that, being Black creatives. And so one of those type of events that we are actually doing in the spring is called the Black Artist Fair. It's a multifaceted educational opportunity for Black creatives to learn, to be able to grow in their career, to really get some incubation services for their creative enterprises or practices, to be connected to resources, but also to perform during that time. And so it's a great event. Last year when we did it, we had about 4,000 participants virtually, and we had some great performances. So I definitely invite you to take part in that experience if you're able. I'm also really excited that during 2020, in the year 2020 and 21, actually, during a time when COVID-19 absolutely brought the creative community, especially those who are performers, to a standstill, we were able to dish out about $100,000 to Black creatives in the city through our gigs, through our sponsorships, through our partnerships. And so we're excited to ramp that up and keep that going. So please reach out to us, connect to us, and donate to the Black Arts District so we can continue to do this work. We are www.blackartsdistrict.org for our website, and we are Official Black Arts District on Instagram, _official BAD on Twitter. Hope to talk to you soon.